does not agree, have a contract with you, you cannot collect from musicians.
Okay.
That's one thing for sure. So what MCSN is doing, because there's an agreement between PMAN and MCSN to collect for our members.
Okay.
And because we're a trade union, for our member means whether registered or non-registered musicians. So MCSN is actually the ones that are licensed right now to collect royalties for musicians, and PMAN supervises that collection. PMAN makes sure that the corporate bodies pay. MCSN collects, and MCSN distributes to the members, to the owners of the rights. Yeah.
Okay. Whether you are a registered member or unregistered member.
That's for PMAN. That's for PMAN.
Yeah, I'm going to PMAN. So how does PMAN ensure that all musicians register?
Now, if you don't have to be a PMAN member before releasing a song. That's our work is to monitor that structure, that scene, that music, and music entrepreneurship and music performance. That's what we do. So, but to collect your royalties. Now, they've been collecting royalties. Some of them don't register in Nigeria, some of them register outside.
Outside, yes.
But first, to collect your royalties, which is not your master royalties, is your mechanical royalties, your performance royalties, your digital royalties, or your needle time. We call it neighboring right royalty, but it's needle time royalty for you and your members. For you to collect that, you need a CMO, a copyright management organization, to be able to collect that. And for you to collect that and register in your account, you need to be a member of the CMO.
Okay. In this instance,
MCSN. You need to be a member because MCSN has a reciprocal agreement with other CMOs around the world.
Okay.
So when they collect rights of Nigerian musicians and all that, they channel it to MCSN. MCSN collects it from them and distributes. So for you to get your money in Nigeria, not just collecting in South Africa or in Ghana or that, to collect it from Nigeria, you need to be a registered member of MCSN.
Okay, so that's MCSN. Now, PMAN. Is membership open to anyone who is into music, or who is an instrumentalist, or who is what? And how does that happen?
Now, to be a PMAN member, you need to be a musician. You need to be a music practitioner. You need to be a music producer. You need to be a music director. You need to be a music promoter.
A promoter?
Yeah. Because the union accommodates people that work around music.
Okay, around music.
Yes. Yeah. So that's it. Your DJs, your dancers. Now, the reason why they created that body, and I'm sure when my leaders created it, they didn't, maybe where it was just me and my team that found out that we're actually a trade union, not an association. They were calling it an association until we got hold of the certificates and all that. Now, the reason for government to give PMAN that certificate is so that you could protect the rights of the musicians and the music practitioners.
Okay.
So the music practitioners could be all those people that I mentioned. And why they need to register so that PMAN can take care of their welfare. Now, like what we created recently, once you register, you get automatic medical insurance. You get a life insurance in case of eventualities. You get a pension plan in case when you get to 65 to 70 and you want to retire from active performance. Then you also get a backup for legal assistance in case of contractual issues. If you know, recently since we came up, it has died down. Contractual issues, then visa assistance also. I can give it to you
right from here.
Is a PMAN.
So now, you see where you spoke about welfare. You will come to expatiate on it, but let's talk about what propelled you to run for the presidency of PMAN.
Wanted to do things the right way. I'm this person that believes that our country can be the biggest and the most beautiful country on planet Earth if we have fantastic leaders. So I've always said that. I've always worked towards that, because I'm saying this because of how I've been able to manage my own company. Wanted to do something differently. The union was lying fallow until I was called upon. And I'll tell you again, they called me because I was successful in my own businesses.
What is the
elders in Piedmont.
Name them. A few of them.
Kenny George, Z. McCoy, Murphy Van Anthony. That's the era when they were having.
Okay.
So I came in and I said, okay, let's look at it. But we were able to build the structure now because I came in with the business background.
Okay.
Attitude. I came in and they were using some kind of funny lawyers, and I said, no, I need to bring my personal lawyer in here. I need to bring my personal accountant. I need to bring my personal finance director. So we started adjusting. We worked so hard, and we wanted to prove that, yeah, there might be some mistakes formally, but we're here now to take the union forward. And everybody can testify to what has happened. Recently, we purchased the first ever Piedmont edifice for the past 40 years. And we moved the headquarters from Ikeja to the island. And then we're now springing up radio stations both in Lagos and Abuja. So
you have radio stations that are yours? Oh, that's good. Now, what's the significance of moving from Ikeja to the island?
Okay, we wanted to. I'm the middle school. If I should use the word, there's old school, there's new school, there's middle school. So me, Junior, and the rest of Sonny Neji,
people of your
Zaki, we're middle school. We're not new school. So actually, they voted us out, the younger ones. We have these other younger ones, Roger Man, Asha Gangali, and the rest.
Yes.
So when we got the fund to purchase the property, so I wanted to buy it in Ikeja. Okay. But the way I run the association, I run an open office. So we all voted. And I found out that it was only me and Sonny Neji that voted for Ikeja. The rest voted for Island. Like, what are we going to be doing on the island? What are we going to blah, 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 blah. But these boys sat us down and made us understand that the music industry has moved from Ikeja to Lekki. So if we want to get these boys to recognize, they know Piedmont, some of them might know Piedmont, but they don't understand the worth of Piedmont. For them to understand that...
Or want to associate.
We need to buy the property where they reside, so where it's going to be closed. I doubted it, but again, we voted, so I allowed it. But I'll tell you the truth, at the time we purchased it, we're just doing all the renovation and all that. These boys still trooping in. The younger ones, the new car, the whole of them were trooping in. They were excited that Piedmont that they know is actually has actually been revived and all that.
So it's like this is now our Piedmont.
Now, no,
they have brought it to us.
Is their own Piedmont now, because I keep telling them I'm old school. Yes. But the beautiful thing, like what we keep telling them, once I leave, we're handing over to the younger ones. They are running it. We won't do that same mistake that the older ones, they want to stay put there and all that. So we're actually bringing them on board for them to understand how the structure works and how what you must do to progress and what you will do that will make you fail. So that's where we are.
Now, you said something about welfare for musicians. Now, the welfare in the Nigerian sense, it seems as if someone just takes over all your responsibilities. Is this clearly defined?
Yes, it is. For your medical insurance, is for, first, for you to understand the structure, is a group.
It's a group life thing.
Yes, a group life thing.
Group health thing.
Yes, because we are huge in number. I actually didn't know that we're this large musicians. So we're able to negotiate a reduced rate for group life and all that. Yeah. If you're a Piedmont member, you get opportunity to have 4 members of your family to be looked after with insurance. Okay. Now, the insurance is basic malaria, this bed rest, drip, but once it comes to critical ailment like kidney and that will require approval again from from ESCOs and all that. But the regular, you go to the hospital or your wife is pregnant, those ones have been taken care of.
Okay.
That's the welfare.
That's the basic one.
That's the basic one. Then the life insurance is for death and accident.
Okay.
In case of you have permanent disability.
Okay.
If it's not dead, permanent disability. So that there's a particular money that will go to you for permanent disability, and there's a particular money that will go to the member of your family for that. That is for life insurance.
All right.
Then for pension plan, once you're 65, 70, and you've submitted your application that you are retiring from active performance. Yeah, it happens, a whole lot of them.
They submit to the union?
They submit to the union that they're retiring from active performance. So once they submit that, the process will go on, and the particular musician will be getting 100,000 monthly.
Really?
Yes.
You're saying that PMAN has that kind of...
PMAN
has that kind of policy in place?
PMAN has more than that. PMAN is likened to American Union structure. Okay. That's the way we built it. And if you've been to our edifice, our office, that is the standard. Because we have Afrobeat that has taken over the world. So these people started visiting. Like the first week we opened with people from America, people from Sweden and all that. It's been happening to be hosting them. So if they come, because I've been to their own offices, if they come, they're like, how did you guys get this idea? How did you build it? I remember the American people, entourage that came said, this is more like their own office.
Are you kidding?
In Nigeria. So that's what we're trying to do. We're not seeing ourselves as, I don't like using the word, we're not seeing ourselves as third world country.
As far as PMAN goes.
As far as PMAN goes. You know, as Nigeria, because we have the highest natural resources. But I keep saying management has been the issue. But
that's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
So that's the mentality that my team and I are working with. We are not seeing ourselves as lesser people or we're from the third world. We're seeing ourselves as God has given us everything, so we need to find a way to manage it properly.
But you see, you and your team seem to have come in with a vision. That vision we're going to discuss when we take this break. After this break, we'll come back and discuss it. Please stay tuned. Yes, welcome back. Pretty Okafor, PMAN president, is still my guest. Your team has a vision. What's the broad vision?
Putting a geopolitical structure for the music industry. What we're doing in Lagos right now and what we're doing in Abuja, before I leave, I'm sure we would have imputed it in the remaining 4 geopolitical zones. Lagos has a music academy, right? So where musicians will come and learn rudiments of music and also business of music. So we're having that in Abuja, and we're having that in the remaining 4 geopolitical zones because we want to be able to match the international popularity that's already going before our brand of music. We're doing that so that musicians can have access to the facilities.
Okay.
Right. And these other facilities will also have the radio stations, inclusive in these other facilities. That means at the end, yes, it will be a network. So it's a planned stuff. We are also building affordable homes for musicians.
Affordable homes?
Yes, in these geopolitical zones. We've already started. It's not I told you about the radio. Radio is already on.
Yeah.
Is on your Google Play Store now. But the equipment have arrived, so it's set up. So whatever I'm saying is what is going to is a legacy. What is going to be there after my tenure, after the tenure of my other parties.
You're sounding like somebody who has made up his mind that, okay, after this period, I'm not going to be directly involved in administration of the union again.
Yeah, because we've trained a whole lot of people.
How many years have you spent?
The years of the fight and the years of the settlement, or okay,
of you being in the saddle.
I just done my first.
So how many more years do you have?
I'm supposed to round up by next year.
Is it just one term?
No.
So they can still bring you back now. You see, you're sounding like, oh no, I've had enough of this wahala. I want to go and face something else.
No, because it took way too much on me, and
good things don't come easy.
And because I was smart enough, I was able to juggle my business and PMAN. But PMAN needs like 100% concentration.
Keep juggling.
And we were able to. But I also have my first vice. There's a first vice. There's a second vice. There's media. There's Rugged Man. There's Asha Gangali, Zaki Aziz, Sonny Neji, Two-Face, MI. So these guys, Terry G. So these guys are learning. They've seen the successes that we've been able to achieve. So they are learning. They can go from wherever. I won't decide on the next tenor.
No, yes, I will just wait. I will wait and say to you that there is the possibility that they will say, all right, let's have 4 more years of your time or 5 more years and all that. Because, you see, those geopolitical zones that you want to develop, they need the drive of someone who is the visionary. Apparently, you're the visionary. Yeah. They are supportive of the vision. They've bought into it. You can't leave it midway. You can't. So maybe I should start on their behalf, appealing to you, not to think of going anywhere. Because
no, sir, but I think I'm working with some of the smartest people in the industry.
I agree with that. And I congratulate you.
Thank you so much.
I congratulate you. Now, there's something about developing the music industry in Nigeria. You've spoken a little bit about it, but I want to particularly mention the issue of instrumentation, instrumentalists, singers going to learn how to sing, and then you said something about the business end of the music industry. How can we sustain our global attention now if we don't intentionally train musicians and hold up musicianship as a way of life?
Like you mentioned, sir, the building those structures was because we wanted to sustain the growth of Nigerian music. The growth of, I keep telling people, is what God gave us, the growth of Afrobeat. Now, is there, but we need to sustain it for the next 30 years. And sustaining it means we need to put these structures in place. So those structures are coming with music academy, music school, business academy, business school, business of music school, meaning you've gone to learn the rudiment, playing the guitars and all that, to learn to sing, write songs, but you now need to learn how to manage your talent talent, how to monetize every aspect of your talent, how you could coordinate the business of touring, the business of releases, record releases and all that. So that's the actual side. And that will create another empire, another brainwave of young people paying 100% attention to that business of music. So which is going to create the sustainability for our industry and the Afrobeat genre.
Yeah, but you mentioned something about managing the business of your talent, or the business of your talent. It's not everybody who can manage themselves, you know.
Yeah.
There must also be an intentional attempt to develop trust in others who can help manage.
Now, if maybe not all the superstars, A-listers, B-listers, and C-listers will have time to go to the school, right? But other music managers, business, your road manager and all that, they will go to the school. So now we're creating more employment. You, the artist, the talent, will employ those people that are already be satisfied as gurus when it comes to business of music management and employ them.
Okay.
So that extends, that also sustains your popularity, that also sustains your touring, that also sustains your monetization in every aspect of the business. Okay. So these people might not have the time to go sit in a classroom and learn all that. But the road managers, the artist managers, the tour managers can learn. And now the main artists will start employing them. So it's also expanding and creating avenue for more employment.
Okay. And this you will do in all the 6 geopolitical zones?
We're already doing it in 2.
In 2.
So we'll do it in the remaining 4.
In the remaining 4. All right. We'll take a break now. When we're back, we're going to visit the Bolanle days of Pretty Okafor. Stay tuned.
Businesses in Africa can be very challenging. In Nigeria, it is particularly intimidating, and successful builders have learned how to navigate a hostile environment to unlock opportunities. But one major challenge businesses face is how to filter through the noise and identify where their ideal customers exist. Get insight and practical steps from industry players and captains of industries. Hear success stories to help you make informed decisions as you scale your business in Nigeria. Watch Business Insights at this time on Plus TV Africa.
You're welcome back. I still have Pretty Okafor. By the way, why do they call you Pretty?
My name is actually Pretty Roland Okafor. I'm actually from a royal home.
Okay.
But my first name, Pretty, is actually my native name. It means Machuku. It means beauty of God.
Yeah, no.
But my mother preferred
Pretty
instead of beauty.
Okay. Now, welcome back. We've been in the studio whilst we took a break. Now, Bolanle was a monumental hit of Junior and Pretty. It took you outside Nigeria, like you said, that's the album. But what would you say was responsible for the hit?
Because we were dealing with the commoners. It was the first time we bridged the gap between the young and the old, between the rich and the poor, between the high class and the low class. So everybody could understand the message. Everybody could understand the rhymes. Everybody could understand pidgin and even the vernacular, because we use the popular vernaculars. So people could associate with it. We didn't create music for one particular section of Nigeria, one particular section of people. So we created music for everybody.
Everyone.
So it was a drive that the music was for all individuals. And but the truth is that we didn't even, me and Gina, we didn't even know that it was going to be that big. We didn't even know that people will accept it, because before we did Monica, we've been discouraged. Our demo tape has been thrown out from, yes, from, like I used Polygram, went to Polygram, and they threw our demo tape like 5 times out from the window. And they were like, what are you guys doing? You want to do something better. But when our record label, Storm Record, discovered that this brand of music can actually sell, because they are talking to the crowd. And when they now ventured into it, releasing our first work, which is that Monica, it sold everywhere. It had sold them. They couldn't manage the hype. So they had to broker a deal for Polygram now to come into
the Polygram that became Premier Music.
Yeah, the Polygram that became Premier Music. The same Polygram that threw away our demo.
So they now came back.
So it was, so that's why even with live, I do not take no for an answer. And I don't believe that to say, yeah, it's not possible. It's not in my dictionary. I don't talk about it. Just work towards it. Consistency. Keep working. It's going to work.
Okay, so that's like a life lesson for you, and it's something that you used to drive yourself, drive your vision.
Yes.
Now tell me about the day the P-Man House was opened. What was that like for you and for King Sunny Ade?
You know, a whole lot of the older musicians didn't even believe that it was going to happen. When we announced that we purchased our own house, first time, not rented, a whole lot of them didn't believe it. King Sunny Ade knows us. But again, he came because he wanted to witness. He wanted to be sure. And it's actually the first time I saw King when he came actually in my office, and he was speaking to me, and I saw King was emotional about, he said, I never thought that P-Man would ever succeed.
In his lifetime?
Yes, in his lifetime. And that he's happy. Why he's like this? He's happy because it's happening while he's still alive. And that was when King actually confirmed that the property actually belongs to P-Man. Not to Pretty and his team or to Pretty, So the excitement and, again, the surprise. Like, I like pulling surprises at people. When you think it's not going to happen, I like proving you wrong. So it keep happening. I'm excited because the older people are excited. If you get into the gallery of the foyer of P-Man, you see the past P-Man leaders there. That you see the legends who on a particular wall. You won't see us there. You won't see me and my escorts because we're serving. Maybe when we're done, our pictures will come there. But it shows that yes, people also contributed. We respect, we appreciate them. But again, they paved the way to a better P-Man now.
Now, because there is a better P-Man now, there is the fear of continuation or continuity. How are you going to ensure? You know, I remember we were saying something like, don't run off, but there will be term or tenure limitation. Whenever that is up, how are we going to ensure that it doesn't go back again? Especially since it's been proven now that you have a large membership that is believing in the leadership. So how are you going to ensure that that belief is not wasted?
Sustainability. While managing P-Man, we're also training a whole lot of people. Fortunately, they've learned the structure of my business ethic. So this range of people that are working in P-Man now know about integrity and transparency. And that's the watchword. That's what has kept the union moving forward. And over the years, I've tested them in a couple of other things to handle. And I know that's why I said I'm fortunate to have the best brain, the best hand, the most sincere people working with me at this time. Along the line, a whole lot of people fell out of us because, again, you see, again, when you're sincere and you're working in the truth and spirit, negativities will be falling off. So only the truth remains. So that's what has happened. I'm not scared. If I formally, I would say, if I leave Pima, they go sell the property. The radio station, they will sell it. But right now, if I leave, they can sustain it for the next, because there's a structure, there's a program, there's a rudiment of training that we've been able to put everybody through, and they're still going through it. So the structure has been monitored. That's why the structure has been monitored. Nobody can come in and do anything there because there's a trust that is monitoring the structure that's going on.
Okay. Now, so you talk about development of trust, development of musicianship, and trainings. Who are your partners for these academies that you are setting up?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
We have 10 strings.
Okay.
10 strings is, should I use the words? I think the biggest music institution for the younger age.
Okay.
Now, yeah, so we're partnering with 10 strings for...
In Nigeria?
In Nigeria, yes.
Okay.
We're partnering with 10 strings for that. We're partnering with an U.S. creative industry business group. We're partnering with a Canadian music business school too for these whole academies that we're building. And we have also partnership with a bank that saw interest in what we're doing, and they partner with us all this while in managing and regulating the industry for us.
Okay, but you talked of banks. Do banks support music now?
They weren't supporting music before, but right now they are supporting music. They are supporting music because of what we've been able to create. I could tell you a bit. If you're a card carrying member, if you're a registered member of PMAN, and you need a loan to do some particular things, and you go through your application to the ESCOs and it's approved, the bank will give you the loan.
Okay, because you're guaranteeing it. Yes,
because they are not going to come to that particular musician anywhere he is in the state, in 36 states. They are dealing with the ESCOs. For the ESCOs to approve, that means they know that person, they know they can. The ESCOs are going to monitor the growth of that person. So the banks, we have that agreement with the banks, and there's arrangement where we and the bank also monitor what they're doing with the money.
Yeah, we were talking about the membership. You said you believe that you're over 5 million.
We are over 5 million. We're over 5 million because I break it down. A bit. I'll use the example of Burna Boy. Burna Boy is on tour. Now, Burna Boy is not on tour with himself alone, or himself and his band people. No, Burna Boy is on tour with his band people, his dancers, his management team. When I say his management team, his road manager, his music manager, his top manager. He's on the road with his fashion designer. He's on tour with his makeup artist.
Is the fashion designer also a member of PMAN?
No, if he's a team. Wardrobe, use the word wardrobe manager. He's the wardrobe manager. So so wardrobe manager that works with an artist is a member of PMAN.
He's a member of PMAN.
So
must be registered.
Yes. So when he's on tour with about 60, 100, 120 people, they are all PMAN members. So when we're designing this thing, like how many years back, I was wondering how come we're this much? How do we break it down until we started doing a couple of researches? At the time me and Junior started, just me and Junior were I think we're about 22 or 24. Yes, on the road. Because our
The
Peace
act,
band.
okay,
Our
the
peace
act
band.
was 2.
The act was 2, but our
back,
band, another 14.
Yes.
Now you now have your manager, have your
road manager,
have your wardrobe manager, and all that. So everything was about 22 or so. So we're going on tour. That was then. So these guys go on tour with more larger people. That's why I keep telling people. They will say the crew that are going on film sets and all that are huge. I said no. If 5 major artists go on tour, they're already employing like about 500 people or over 1,000 people. So you understand how. I'm also giving you the statistics so you understand how we're able to make money from purchasing.
Towards purchasing.
And
then sustaining your insurance policies.
Sustain our insurance policy and also be able to do our license for the radio and purchase the equipment for the radio.
Okay. So when are you likely to come on the air with your radio station? That's in the Lagos area?
Yes, in the Lagos area. Right now it's been installed.
Okay.
So all the equipment are in.
Yeah,
so it's been installed, I think with, what do you call it?
Before the end of the year?
Yeah, it should be before the end of the year because they are coming to do the inspection and all that.
Inspection, okay. Okay, and then the zonal offices that you're planning, or let's not use the term offices, zonal operations.
Zonal operation, yes.
You understand me?
Geopolitical operations.
Geopolitical. The control is still going to be from the head of
It's going to be centralized.
Okay.
We don't want to leave any loophole in operations, right? Since we've gotten it right, we want to keep it that way. Okay. Because once there's a loophole, they take advantage of that. So what we've been trying to do since we got into PMAN is to close all the gaps and close all the loopholes. So the control is still going to be from Lagos. Even we have an office in Abuja, the control is still going to be from Lagos. So whatever that is happening in Abuja, happening in these other 4 geopolitical zones will be managed from the head office, Lagos.
And all the academies that will be over the 6 geopolitical zones, they're going to be running the same program? They're
going to be running the same program. Now, excuse me, because people in Calabar can't come to Lagos. Because if they come to Lagos, they need to...
It will be expensive for them.
So that's why we're taking the schools and the business
as close to them as possible.
Close to them. Now, also understand that we have a huge number that we're controlling. So if we'd say everybody should come to Lagos or go to Abuja, there won't be space for learning. So that's why we're creating those geopolitical zone schools that are close to where they reside.
Yeah. Now, if we go back to your personal business, you from a musician, a performing musician, you morphed into a consultant. What do you do now?
I still run it. I still run my promotion outfit. I still run my marketing communication firm. I have a technology firm. If you Google Go Create Africa, I'm the owner of Go Create Africa, so I still run my technology firm.
Go Trade Africa.
Go Create.
Go Create
Go
Africa.
Create. One action word. Go Create, like go and create.
Okay.
Go Create Africa.
Yeah.
I still run it. I still own a music distribution platform.
Okay.
Go Distro.
Okay.
So somebody say my hands are full. No, I'm still young, so
you're still busy.
Still busy. That's the word.
You're still busy. Now, your vision is driven by somewhat personal commitment on your part. You told me that your children are musicians too.
Yeah. Not only. At the time I came in together, I discovered that Sonny Lage's children play guitar and they sing. Zaki's children play and they sing. Then back home, my daughter plays violin. She sings. My son plays keyboard. He sings. My second son is a vocalist. He sings like man. My last son plays drum. So Now, I am this kind of person that will not tell them what they should do.
That's the best thing.
No, I don't get involved because I had issue with my folks, and if I had listened to them, maybe I would have been a poor man. But I refuse listening. So I refuse listening to them. So I don't try to force my kids in whatever they are doing. So I just guide them. So the drive why we're able to get P-Man together is also to prove that what if these kids decide to be musicians? Mm-hmm. Are we going to leave this whole messed up structure, messed up industry for them? At one time, they might ask, Daddy, you used to be a P-Man member. What did you people do?
What did you do?
So you understand? So I'm trying to avoid that question. That's why we paid 120% attention to get P-Man working.
Okay. So, are you satisfied with what you're doing?
Satisfaction is understatement. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I'm pleased with what we're doing, but there's opportunity of doing more. Mm-hmm. There's opportunity of getting it better because, like I said, Lagos is going to be Mecca for global music industry. We are running against the time. So the speed where Afrobeat has gotten to, we didn't know it was going to get there.
That fast.
Yeah, that fast. So we need to also keep the pace.
Yeah.
So we're doing more. There's opportunity of doing more. There's focus and consistency of doing more, and we're going to do more.
Yeah, because why I agree with you is that I was reading this song by CK, Love Wanted.
Love Wanted, yeah.
Right, that it's the first African song to achieve the 1 billion mark on Spotify.
Yeah. Never happened before.
No, you didn't say it, but that's unthinkable. That's unthinkable, you know.
So you understand what I'm saying? So you can imagine what these boys are doing. Now, the Americans and the Europeans, they are running after to catch up.
Yes.
How am I, is that the word I'm using? Am I using the right word? We're so much on a speed that they are trying to catch up.
Yes.
You can see what Rema is doing around
Yes,
Asia.
Rema. Even CK, I heard that he played a concert in India and